part 2. Let's do this. The Little Mermaid is definitely a classic in my book. I mean, it's like the first ever movie to start off the Disney Renaissance. And I feel like it should be supported for everything it has. Sure, the movie might not be a masterpiece, but we still have to appreciate it because it's the first movie to start the Disney Renaissance. So, yeah, that's something. This is also the first Disney movie to have a I Want song. So basically, like, every single Disney princess wants something, and they sing along about what they want and what they can get. You know, like begging, you know what I mean? But, like, I feel like this, like, the first one, like, the I Want song is, like, this is, like, a perfect I Want song. Like, great 2D animation, great, like, facial, like, great facial features at the right moments, and just, like, overall, just great. The story was just beautiful. I loved it very much. It's basically about a girl who's, like, under the sea, and she's, like, a teenager. She doesn't want to listen to her dad. She doesn't want to do what her dad wants her to do, and basically just wants to go up to the sea and meet this handsome guy named Prince Eric, who, by the way, so beautiful. I mean, no, I'm not gay. But then her father figures out what she's been doing and destroys every single collectible she has, including the Prince Eric ones, which Flounder just got for her. Oh no, what will she ever do? This is so sad, I'm gonna cry. Then she makes a bet with this villain character to make her go up to the surface and have feet, but she cannot talk. So that makes things a little more complicated. But at the end, Ariel somehow gets her voice back, and her and Eric end up together, and her father respects her decision. I feel like a lot of people and a lot of teenagers will relate to this message. You should listen to your parents, regardless if they're wrong or not. And honestly, now I'm a teenager, or no, I'm not a teenager. No, I'm 14. Okay, hang on. I can relate to this message a lot. Sebastian was really the best character of all time, honestly. He's like just like a likable goofball. He's like trying to do his best to like be a servant, but just kind of fails, but he learns, so yeah. By the way, I just like this movie. It's an overall great movie, and it's honestly like the first movie to start the Disney Renaissance, and I love it for that. And honestly, it has great characters, great songs, and great story, and I just overall liked it very much. Like, I can describe why it's like a great movie. First off, it has every single character, like, very good. I like it very much. Like, the facial features are, like, perfect when needed. And that scene where Ariel looks up and, like, puts her hands out through the sky is generally perfect. It perfectly matches her story right here, which I appreciate. Sure, this movie might have some funny moments, which I think are really good. But, like, it's also dark. Very dark, actually. Yeah, it's very dark. Now, I'm not saying this is like the darkest Disney film of all time, but it does have some dark moments, like Sebastian almost getting cooked alive. Yeah, that happened. Overall, I really like The Little Mermaid. It started what people call the peak of Disney. And honestly, I agree. While it's not a masterpiece level, I think it's still a good Disney movie. And probably one of the best ones, honestly. And it honestly has a great message, great characters, and overall just a great movie. And so overall, a great movie. I loved it very much. Okay, don't really kill me here, but I don't think The Rescues needed a sequel at all, actually. But, I had low expectations going to this sequel, but, yeah, I would like to apologize very bad. This is actually a pretty good sequel. I do honestly feel like Bernard and Banco were, like, a lot more better than the first movie, in my opinion. By the way, I'm sorry if I said their names wrong. I don't know why I keep doing this, but, like, please don't kill me. Like, it's a simple mistake. Please don't kill me. I know one viewer who criticized me for, like, messing up a name. By the way, yes, I know that comment exists, and I deleted it. But, just forgive me for this mistake. I'm sorry. I do love Wilbur. He's a pretty likable character, and he's a lot more better than the other previous characters from the first movie, so that's pretty cool. The action set pieces are a lot more better and more grounded than the first movie, which I like very much. And by the way, the animation is very damn good. It does look like they did try with this movie. They do look like they were actually trying with this movie. But sadly, that's where the positives end. I do have to admit, it does get mid at some points. Like, it's not bad. I don't even hate it. But, like, it's kind of mid. The plot's not really that great, honestly. And while characters are likable, I just couldn't bring that to myself. The plot is predictable, but I feel that they executed it pretty well. But, like, I just don't know. There's, like, some mid points about this movie. But overall, I still found it to be a pretty good movie. Like, not, like, amazing, but definitely good. So, overall, The Rescuers Down Under is definitely a okay sequel. It's not like amazing, but it's definitely an okay sequel.
Guest, be our guest. Put our service to the test.
Oh boy. You're not gonna like what I have to experience with this movie. I didn't like it as a kid. I didn't like it as a kid. I didn't like it. Oh no. Please don't attack me. But now rewatching the movie, my God, what was I thinking as a kid? Everything is perfect. Look, I know movie has flaws. I know movies have flaws. But this one has zero flaws. I have no complaints about it. Like, I don't have anything at all. The music is perfect. The story about how you shouldn't judge a person by their looks. You should judge them by their personality. That's a perfect lesson. And I love the character development. The Beast starts out as a horrible and kind of a jerk person in the beginning. We kind of learned that he's not actually a terrible person at all. He just wants to turn back into a human. So, yeah, that's it. And, like, I love his character development throughout the whole movie. He learns to become more respectful to others and Belle. Also, this one got through like a whole production hell, like Disney, scrapping the original version because it was garbage, and like not even giving like the animators like a big budget, and like they didn't even give them enough time to even work on the movie. Like, goddamn Disney, like give them more time to work on this. And yes, sure, they did make mistakes while making the movie, but you can't honestly blame them because Disney was just like doing like stuff that like made no sense, like not even giving them like enough of time, honestly. Also, this is Disney's first ever 2D movie to mix CGI elements. Like the ballroom scene was generally perfect. I do love how they mix CGI with that scene in the movie. I genuinely do think that's a beautiful scene, and I think it's one of Disney's best scenes in the movie, like of all time. Honestly, I feel like it's a beautiful scene. Go watch it for yourself if you want to see it. Also, the handsome villain Gaston. Look, I know what you guys are thinking. What? He's the villain? Well, what the hell are you talking about? He ain't the villain. Look at him. He's beautiful. Who's the villain, you liar? Well, first off, you better click off this video, and you better take that back because he is actually the villain of the movie. He basically just wants Belle to be his wife without her consent. And he's just like a big jerk all overall. He only cares about himself. And like he wants to kill the Beast, so yeah, he's technically the villain. The side characters are really good as well. I feel like these Teacup are really likable. And I do love the jokes. They are really good. But I feel like some of these jokes shouldn't be in the movie because it's a really dark story. But it's fine. But like, I do love Chip. He's a pretty cool kid and character, honestly. I liked him a lot. The animation. Well, look, while the first version of the movie isn't that great, honestly, it still won Disney an Academy Award, so they should definitely owe Beauty and the Beast a huge apology for all the, scrapped versions and, like, the budget and, like, time. So, yeah. But luckily, Disney was able to remaster the movie, and honestly, it looks a little bit more better. I think I like this version a lot than the old version. Overall, I just like this movie so much. It has great character development, great storytelling, and overall, just a great villain, and like just great likable characters. Like, I really feel like this is honestly the best Disney movie so far. But after watching this movie and some other Disney movies, I have a different one in mind. But still, this is like the masterpiece of a film here. So like overall, Beauty and the Beast is like generally like a great Disney movie, and probably one of my favorite Disney movies, and like a masterpiece. And like I recommend to everybody who's actually trying to do this like me. So yeah, I recommend this movie for all ages, even kids. Look, I know this Beast looks scary for kids, but honestly, look, he's not that bad of a person. Just let him watch it, okay? A whole new world. Oh, how much I love this movie right here. This is how you do an animated movie. This is how you do it. You get Robin Williams, and that is it. That is, like, basically all you gotta do. That is basically all you gotta do to make an animated movie. I just love Aladdin, man. It's, like, such a classic Disney movie. It has a great story. It has a great characters. The best character of all time, Genie. Like, genuinely, he's, like, the best character I think I've ever seen come out of an animated movie. Each character is very relatable. Like, Aladdin, a broke boy, and just wants to, like, like, you gotta feed him. He's gotta get food to feed himself, you know what I mean? Like, that's literally the line from, a song. Like, gotta steal to eat, that's pretty relatable. Jasmine doesn't want to be a princess. She just wants, to see the world, you know what I mean? Her dad wants to force her to live a life she doesn't want to live, and I think that's really good, actually. The songs are also good. They carry this movie to a whole bit. Genie mostly carried all the scenes. Like, he can actually do everything. He can pull a character out, like breaking the fourth wall. He can tell actual good jokes and just sound very great. I just like Robin Williams. Rest in peace, by the way. I do love the message. It's about being yourself. And while Aladdin has a reasonable thing to not be himself, he's like a broke boy, and he wouldn't like... He knows that a princess wouldn't want to date a broke boy, but then learns to value himself and be himself. You know what I mean? I just like the storyline. It's such a perfect... It's like the Disney... Like, they still have the... Like, Disney still has the magic from the Beauty and the Beast movie. They still have a lot of stories. I like it. And, like, the villain, Jafar, was really good. His sidekick is really likable. I like this guy. Overall, I really like Aladdin. It's a perfect Disney movie, and probably one of my favorite Disney movies. A little better than Beauty and the Beast. A little better than Beauty and the Beast. Please don't kill me. But I just like this movie a lot more better than Beauty and the Beast. Like, I like Beauty and the Beast. It has a great love story, great characters, and great story, and great villain. But I feel like Aladdin is just a little better. But overall, Aladdin is a great movie. I don't care what nobody says. It's going to S tier. Oh my god. This, I'm not joking, is actually the best Disney film. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care. If you put, like, this is a bad movie in the comments, you're getting out of my YouTube channel and you're getting banned. Too far. Like, this movie is genuinely, like, perfect. It has a great soundtrack, great characters, the saddest death of any animated movie, Mufasa. What is an animated movie? The 90s do this to me. 10 out of 10. If you do not love this movie, you're not a Disney fan. If you do not love this movie, you're not a Disney fan. That's just period. And, like, it has, like, a great lesson, like, very great lessons. Like, you can't run away from the past, but you can't learn from the past, which is great message. And I just like it very much. And it just, they explain it in such a good way, like what Rafiki says. Like, listen to this.
Ow! Jeez, what was that for?
It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Ah! You see? So what are you going to do?
Like, I don't know why. It's, like, such a great way to teach lessons. Using goofiness as a way to teach lessons. Like, you can't run from the past. I love that. Like, I love how they did it here. I will be honest. This is honestly Disney's darkest villain, Scar. He has a really good reason to want to be a villain. He wants to be the next king, and I really like that. But, he didn't have to do Mufasa like that. I'll be honest. He didn't have to do him like that. Simba is a really great protagonist. I really like him. He's like a reasonable person. He wants to be the next king, but then he learns that you can't run from the past because, you know, you can't run from the past. It might hurt, but you can't learn from the past, which I like. Also, my favorite comedy duo ever. Timon and Pumbaa. I love these two very much. You cannot convince me that any other comedy duo is better than these two because... Oh, I love these two so much. I want to spin off of them. Editor Braden here. Turns out they did get their own spin-off. Lion King 1.5. You guys want me to review that movie someday? Comment down if I should. Anyway, overall, I really feel like Lion King is probably the masterpiece of Disney. I think it's the peak of Disney. Because on its own, it might seem like a stupid, like, animal movie where animals talk and have bad jokes. But if you look underneath the surface, it is a dark movie. Dark depths, dark messages, and overall, just a good time to watch, honestly. This is a masterpiece. I don't care what nobody says. It is a masterpiece.
What's around the river bend?
Alright, here we go. I'm going to answer the following question that everybody seems to answer about this movie. Is it accurate to the actual Pocahontas? Well, to answer that question, viewer, not even close. It's not even nowhere close. Because apparently, Disney did not even do their research on this movie. Pocahontas was even, she didn't even, have, an 18-year-old life. She was actually young before she even died. So, They didn't even do the research. Disney didn't even do the research, and they just made Pocahontas like a older age instead of her actual age. So that's one thing. I will admit the animation is pretty good. I know that Disney actually wanted to go for a more realistic animation for Pocahontas. So yeah, that's one thing I kind of liked about it. I liked this grandma in the movie. She was pretty cool. She was actually supposed to be fully CGI, but because of budget stuff, they decided to make her halfly CGI in 2D, which I think is a pretty cool decision in my opinion. I will admit, it's not that bad as some people make it out to be, but I'm not certainly saying this is like a masterpiece. It's not good, but like, it's not that bad, honestly. I feel like the thing that really makes this movie not that great is like the dialogue is weird. Like sometimes it's good dialogue, but like, it's weird. I think the actors did the best they could, but like, I just didn't like it, okay? I just didn't vibe with this movie, personally. You wanna know a crazy thing about this movie, too? Disney was betting their rockers off that this movie would actually beat Lion King in the box office. How ironic that is, because the movie actually flopped in the box office. I don't even hate this movie. I think it's decent for what it's trying to go for, but like, it's just like, it's got everything wrong. The Pocahontas age, like, the whole theory is gone. Like, I don't think Disney actually did their research, and they just put Pocahontas on the title. But like, Pocahontas was young. Like, why did we make her like old and stuff, you know? But like, I don't know, man. If I had to say one positive thing about it, I guess John Smith was pretty cool. He was actually a great character. I didn't really like the plot that much. It's not really the best plot in the whole world, honestly. Overall, Pocahontas is a decent movie, but it's not like a masterpiece, honestly. Like, I don't even hate it. It's just like, it got like the whole theory about Pocahontas all wrong.
And it was just boring, like, throughout. Like, there were some boring parts throughout the whole movie, and it's just like, I just didn't like that movie that much.
Of Notre Dame.
Jesus, how dark is this movie? I am not even kidding to you guys. This is actually a dark movie. I'm not even lying. Go watch the movie for yourself. Aside from the dark themes about this movie, it is still an excellent movie in my opinion. But there's one thing I didn't really like about this movie. The comic relief characters. I really feel like there shouldn't even be a comic relief character in this movie because of how serious it is. But, like, why are they here? I just didn't like them for some reason. They shouldn't even be here, honestly. Anyway, I just like the idea of this movie. It's about Quasimodo. He's like a nice, sweet guy. But unfortunately, he doesn't have the greatest looks in the whole world. Frollo locks him up at a tower because originally, as Quasimodo was a baby, Frollo was originally supposed to throw him down a manhole and let him, down a wishing hole and die and let him drown. But he knew that the eyes of the world would condemn him if he did that, so he didn't. Wow, Jesus, Disney, what a strong start to a movie like that. Quasimodo's mom is dead and Frollo locks him up in the tower. That's crazy, actually. I love Esmeralda. I'm sorry if I said that wrong again. Let me know if I said Esmeralda right, okay? I love Esmeralda. She's pretty cool. And she's actually pretty beautiful for a Disney princess. You know what I mean? I mean, what? No, but I like what this movie did. It made a thought that Esmeralda and Quasimodo should end up together because Esmeralda doesn't really care if Quasimodo looks bad. She doesn't care at all. And she's like the first person to ever show Quasimodo the kindness. But then, grab your tissues for this part. This happens where Captain Phoebus and Esmeralda kiss. Okay, now look, that doesn't sound bad, but you gotta understand. They made a thought that Esmeralda and Quasimodo would end up together. But the saddest part is Quasimodo saw that, and that made him extremely sad. And honestly, I was sad too. I love how Disney actually tried to make a dark movie, and I think they kind of succeeded at that. It's on the same page as Pinocchio, which was a dark Disney film because the word jackass is in the film. No, but the villain song literally has the word hell in it. Like, You can't make this up. It's Disney. This is Disney we're talking about. No, but I like the final scene where Quasimodo accepts Esmeralda and Phoebus as a couple, and he's like, accepts that. And the final scene where Quasimodo is accepted by the town and kind of realizes that, you shouldn't judge people by their looks. Overall, I really like The Hunchback. I'm not saying the last name because it's too long, but Hunchback is really a good movie. Sure, the story does dip in some qualities of the movie, but I still really enjoyed the movie, honestly. I just don't like these comic relief characters. I don't think they even should be here. I feel like Disney just wanted to make comic relief characters because they thought that kids wouldn't like the movie if it was entirely dark. So they just add these guys, which I don't even think they should be here, honestly, but it's out of place for them, honestly. But yeah, overall, The Hunchback is really a good movie and probably one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, honestly.
Where a great warm welcome will be waiting.
I love Hercules. It's my favorite Disney movie, honestly. I love it. I love Hades. He's a very hilarious villain. I do think that Hercules and Meg are solid, I guess, as a couple. Why I say that? Because Meg was working with Hades throughout the whole movie, but then, kind of betrays him at the end, so, yeah. I do think what could have made this movie a lot more great, like a masterpiece, was if we had more emotional stakes throughout the whole movie. Don't get me wrong, there are some emotional moments in here, but, there's barely any that come, so... yeah, that could have been better, honestly. I think Hades carried this movie to a whole because he's very, the best part about this whole movie, honestly. Overall, that's pretty much what I gotta say about Hercules. It's a good movie, but it could have been a lot more better. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's actually pretty good. So, overall, Hercules is a great movie. Anybody who hates Mulan is just...
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
What is that mic?
What's wrong with my mic? I'm pretty sure it's the right one. I mean, I just got this one from Amazon. I mean, what's wrong with it? I can scream ah!
John! Shit, switch up your mic, my God! Jesus! Switch up the mic!
Alright, fine. Jeez, I like this one anyway. Okay, is that better?
Yes, it's better, John. Real better. Real quality ears to my ears. Real masterpiece to my ears. Anyway, what the hell do you want?
What was I here for? Oh, right. When are you and Stickman gonna collaborate together, huh? I never saw you guys together. The only time we saw you two is in the Sonic live-action making video. When are you guys gonna collaborate, huh?
John, we're not planning to, all right? He's just tired. Leave that guy alone, all right? He just finished the Disney ranking video, man. I mean, you gotta understand, that's a lot of work, okay? Let's give him a little rest, all right? We don't have any plans to collaborate.
Tired is not an excuse. Tired is not an excuse. You guys gotta collaborate someday, please. I want to see you with my own eyes.
John, I'm not doing that. Stickman is tired. I mean, have you not seen his community post? He's not uploading this Saturday, man. He's uploading next Saturday. Give the guy a break.
Well, what if I said this, huh? I don't give a crap if he's tired. You two must collaborate. That's the #1 priority, and I bet that's what people want to see from you guys. Collaboration.
Get out.
No.
Get out.
No.
Get out!
Fine. But you still.
I'm so tired of that guy. Well, at least it was not about money, but still. But, actually, do you guys want to see that happen one day? Me and Stickman collaborating together? It would be very likely, but if you guys wanted to, I'm down for it. But we're not doing it right now. Stickman is tired. Let's give him rest. Anyway, back on Mulan before I was interrupted. Anybody who doesn't like this movie, you are genuinely crazy. How do you not love Mulan? I mean, the message is in the right place. It's about Mulan. She wants to go to war, but women weren't allowed to go to war at the time. So, yeah, she dressed up as a man and she gets in the war and, stuff happens. I mean, Shifu is voiced by Eddie Murphy. So if this guy is voicing any character, it's going to be good. I do love Shane. He's a pretty cool character. He's, trying to be, a great boss, but, he kind of messes up, so, yeah. The action set pieces are amazing. Say what you will about Mulan, but the action set pieces are generally the best part about this whole movie. The action set pieces look like they were made by Christopher Nolan, which, if you don't know who he made, or who he is a great guy. He made The Odyssey. I actually got tickets yesterday. Pretty good movie, actually. I would recommend. I don't really have complaints about Mulan. It's just a great movie. Mulan is a great character. Every character is very likable. Shifu is a really an amazing character because he's played by Eddie Murphy. And Shang is really great. I love his character development. How he starts to, that should accept that, Mulan should be, like, accepted for who she is. You know what I mean? The songs were just so perfect, and I feel like every character had great development. Although, I do have one complaint with the whole movie, and I promise you, this isn't a big one. The Hans are kind of undeveloped, honestly. Like, I like them, but they weren't that developed, honestly. Overall, I really liked Mulan. I really like it. It has great character development, great story, great characters, and I just, like, enjoyed it overall. And the songs go absolutely hard. And I just like the posters. I mean, look at that red, huh? Tell me this isn't a good poster. I know some people might say it's a little too red and too dark, but who cares? I like red. I think everybody does like red. Overall, great movie, and I would recommend. Tarzan is just, oh god, it's amazing. I love it very much. I just got out of seeing a sort of stupid video of them reacting to this movie, and I went to watch it for myself, and my god, I can kind of see why they're so happy this movie exists. Everything was just perfect about the movie. The soundtrack, the characters, the message about the movie, and the whole jungle was just so good. I love Tarzan's choice. Like, later in the movie, he has to make a choice if he either wants to stay in the jungle with his mom or go out with Jane to London. Well, he decides to stay in the jungle, and, like, Jane also decides to stay in the jungle, so it's pretty good. I also love Tarzan's backstory about how his mom and dad died on the boat ship, and he was found by monkeys, and he lives like monkeys. But then this grumpy guy says that he's not a monkey and shouldn't be accepted. But when he dies later in the movie, he finally accepts Tarzan as his son, which I love that scene very much. The emotional damage is also there. I really liked it very much. Overall, I really like Tarzan. It's a really enjoyable movie, and I recommend everybody go watch it right now. It's a pretty good movie. And that does it for part 2. Alrighty, everybody. That does it for part 2. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I certainly did. Part 3, the finale, is coming soon. I know what you guys are going to say. Brayden, this part 3 isn't the finale. It's not. You got to rank the post-Renaissance in the Revival era and the present era. What the hell are you talking about? Well, I know what I'm doing, okay? I already ranked the post-Renaissance and the Revival era. I don't know what you guys are talking about. If you wanted to see that reaction, go review, go watch those videos. So yeah, part 3, the finale, hopefully comes out, like tomorrow, because it doesn't really have a lot of movies, so it should be a breeze for me to get through. And then when I'm done with that part, I can finally combine all the videos together into an hour long. So that's pretty cool. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. We're really close to our goal of 300 subscribers, and it'd be really appreciated if you can get us there. And also, do you guys want me and Stickman to collaborate? We're not going to do it right now because he's tired, and I can understand. But maybe someday, maybe just sometimes later, later in 2026, please let us know if you want us to collaborate, because we will do it someday if we want to. And that does it for today's video. Remember, God loves you, Jesus loves you, I love you, everybody loves each other, and have a blessed day. I'll see you in part 3, the finale. Bye!